What's up guys, it's the NJB here, and I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I was kind of busy with different stuff like in recent weeks, and I'm working like pretty much almost non-stop. I have like 2 days of days off, but either way, I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while since I made a video. Like I said, I've been kind of busy, but today I'm back with a Star Wars video, and I just wanted to talk about something that's kind of been on my mind, and I've seen a lot of other YouTubers kind of like talk about Star Wars and like how it's going downhill. So it kind of like, to me, it kind of begs the question: should Star Wars get a reboot, at least for everything that Disney has done after Return of the Jedi? So I'm just gonna get right to the point. In my opinion, I don't think anything that Disney has added to the Star Wars story, at least that's like what they've done to like kind of like Star Wars history and just what they've made for like content after the Return of the Jedi. I don't think any of it has been that great. I mean, The Force Awakens, I'd say it was an enjoyable movie. I didn't like where they took the story, but to me it was like, okay, this looks like something they can build on. But then The Last Jedi basically threw it all away, and yeah, it was just, Last Jedi was just a horrible movie. And just the fact that they're releasing Star Wars movies every year kind of just lets us know that Disney is just milking Star Wars for money. And the way they're just like hating on all the fans, calling fans out for being like sexist or racist. I mean, all of this is just horrible. It just lets you know that Disney, Lucasfilm, they don't care about fans. And I hope they know that if fans don't watch the Star Wars movies, no one is. Because Star Wars movies they're not those movies that you just see being advertised and you just want to see it. Only Star Wars fans are going to want to watch Star Wars movies. And if you betray the fans, Star Wars is gone. And I'd really hate to see all the fans stop watching Star Wars movies. Then Disney's going to see that, oh, we're not making money about it, like off it, let's scrap it. And I feel like that's where Star Wars is heading. So I think that it would be a good idea, because I've heard that Kathleen Kennedy might be out of the business. I think it would be a good idea for them to reboot everything that's happened after Return of the Jedi and kind of just redo the story, do it the right way. Just make a good Star Wars story. Just respect the characters, respect the story. Don't change anything that doesn't need to be changed. I mean, some things that they changed that I just thought was completely unnecessary was, for one, having lightsaber crystals, making them organic. That was dumb and unnecessary to me. Besides, it makes no sense on how it works, like Rage turning a crystal red. I mean, why wouldn't Anakin's crystal turn red when he took part in Order 66? Like, it makes no sense. And then they'd have to add more explanations to it on why something that didn't exist before now exists and why it didn't affect anyone or anything in the past. I mean, it's ridiculous. Talking about fuel in a Star Wars movie is so ridiculous. I mean, tiny ships in Star Wars can jump to light speed all the time. I don't get why they needed to add fuel in a Star Wars movie. I mean, it's just really lazy writing. Introducing more force powers. I mean, it just begs the question, like, why didn't Force Ghosts use these abilities before? Because they showed like Yoda could physically touch Luke in The Last Jedi, also interfere with like the real world. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and they really just don't know what they're doing, and it's kind of just ruining kind of Star Wars like as a whole, in my opinion. I feel like most of the fan base kind of like agree with like my opinions that Star Wars is kind of like going downhill, but there are some people who still like it, and that's fine if you do, but I think that overall most of the fans don't like it. So to me, I just think that rebooting Star Wars would be much better, or not the whole Star Wars, just like after Return of the Jedi. Just get the story done right. When I saw The Last Jedi, I didn't like it, but I wasn't blaming like SJW values of being the problem. I was just basically complaining about just the basic stuff, like bad story writing. Overall, the movie just wasn't entertaining, and it wasn't something that anyone would want to watch again. I mean, I watched it a second time, and it's still lame, it's still boring, and that's not what I want to see from a movie. So if they just focus on making the movie good, give us good characters, show us the character development, growth, and just good action scenes, because overall it's a Star Wars movie. We want to see action scenes, we want to see lightsaber fights, we want to see space battles, and we don't want our like bad guys to be made fun of. We don't want like sense of humor. Like, we want like something that we can take seriously. And yeah, you could say Star Wars maybe wasn't too serious before, and the Empire did get defeated by Ewoks after all. But it doesn't mean Star Wars can't improve or be better than what it's been before. Because personally, I do want Star Wars to be better than the previous trilogies we've had. Because I just want Star Wars to get better. But just what Disney and Lucasfilm have been doing with Star Wars recently, it's clear to me and to other fans that it really seems like they're just milking the cow for money, nothing else. So, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think that Star Wars is beyond the point of no return, and the only way for them to kind of fix it is to just remake what they've done? I mean, personally, I don't see any way that they can kind of like continue with the story just focusing on Rey, Kylo, First Order, and I don't know, Resistance or New Republic. I don't even know what they're called anymore. But I feel like they kind of just made the story kind of to remake the old trilogy, because now they have like stormtroopers versus rebel soldiers, and it's basically the same thing. And I really just don't know. Like, I don't think the characters the main characters they have now are just entertaining enough for us to just love this new Star Wars story that we have now. So, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you think I'm crazy, go ahead and tell me. I don't care. This is just my opinions, and you're free to respond however you please. But tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully not too soon. Cheers, mates.